What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm David with Fit Thinking, and today we're going to be talking about accountability partners. More specifically, what they are and how they can really bring a transformative effect to your life. So we're going to start off by defining accountability partner. So according to Wikipedia, an accountability partner is a person who coaches another person in terms of helping the other person to keep a commitment. The term was really made popular in the 90s and has since expanded from people struggling with varying addictions to everything from fitness to business endeavors to family life, really helping someone to accomplish what they want to beyond the normal day-to-day activities that they do. So the question here then is, how can they help? Well, accountability partners to me are more than the Wikipedia definition would suggest. Personally, I don't see an accountability partner as a coach. I instead think of them as a friend or a cheerleader that is here to cheer you on, celebrate your wins, and push you to be better. And the real value comes with the consistency of your meetings with them, whether that be once every Monday or twice a week. Whatever that is for you, the consistency and sticking with it is really the important part. Me personally, I have 2 one-hour calls every week, 1 hour with each of my accountability partners. One of the key benefits here is that accountability partners hold you accountable, and it's like, no kidding, no duh. But it's really worth mentioning here because while they want to cheer you on and celebrate your wins with you, they also are there to make you feel uncomfortable when you didn't live up to your end of the bargain, when you didn't fulfill the goals that you set the week prior. They also have the obligation, the responsibility of asking you, why not? What happened and what are you going to do to be better this next time? When you make a commitment, when you set a goal with that partner, you're committing to them that you're going to complete it, and you in essence owe that partner the results. It's a really powerful way to ensure that there's a feeling of guilt if you don't follow through, because that question, why not, really sucks when you're on the receiving end. So you're really just overall incentivized to follow through because of the commitment you made. Another part of this is that accountability partners can inspire. I can't tell you how many times I've had an idea thanks only to the accountability calls and the back and forth conversations that we've had. I've started and stuck with my blog, Fit Thinking. I've completed 75 Hard and decided to also help others with their fitness journeys, whether that be through creating some of the resources I have on the website with a calorie calculator for different active lifestyles and different goals. The articles that I've written, everything that I do, I really want to try and help people. And these accountability calls have helped me to find ways to do that. Many of my ideas really probably would have just been passing thoughts if they even crossed my mind. Would have been like, oh, that sounds pretty nice, and then no action taken. With these accountability partners, I've been able to explore my thoughts with another person that is equally invested. I know that they'll help me to expand on the ideas and build realistic goals to work toward, and if I don't get it done, I'm going to be asked that terrible question, and I'm going to be very uncomfortable. Consistency with accountability also builds consistency in life. So having these calls regularly without fail has helped me to build an appreciation for consistency and the overall routines in my life. Like anything new, I was personally very apprehensive when I started having my accountability calls. My first accountability partner was an experienced real estate investor that I barely knew. That's Jordan. We'll talk about him in a second. To add to that, I was a rookie investor. I had just finished rehabbing my first property and got it on the market. But over time, these calls expanded from what was initially a 30-minute discussion about goals to an hour, sometimes more, long discussion about personal life, ambitions, adventures, and goals. This had a really tremendous effect on my day-to-day life as I started sticking with things and not jumping from topic to topic, chasing the high of excitement. I really found out how to beat the boring middle, and my life is infinitely better for it. Another thing that you'll do is accomplish more than you think. The thing about this is that it requires a commitment and a willingness to receive feedback, but it's so awesome to hop on that call and tell your partner how well you did. You get to maybe even say that you exceeded your goal and you just crushed it. And it feels so good to tell that person how hard you worked and how well you can deliver. You can also build amazing friendships. Like I said, when I started with my first accountability partner, I barely knew him. I was a novice with real estate investing, and we really didn't know where it was going to go. We read The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and that really spoke to the value of accountability partners. We were both reading that book at the same time, came up in a brief discussion at one of our real estate investment association meetings, and it it ballooned. And now we've been having these calls. We've literally only missed 1, maybe 2 weeks out of a 4.5-year run so far. It's shocking, and that's not an exaggeration. We've stayed consistent, and we've built a good friendship out of that. My other accountability partner is someone that I have known for a number of years. I met him when I was in my MBA classes, and he is now an attorney and owner of his own law firm, Supernus Law. And so Jed and I, his name is Jed, Jed and I became friends in college, of course, and we had a great friendship already when we started these calls. It was actually about 6 to 8 months ago that I really asked him if he would be interested in this. And Jed is extremely goal-oriented, extremely ambitious, and I thought he would be a really good partner for me, but I also thought I would be a good partner for him because I can ask those questions and really learn a lot from him as well. In speaking to his legal experience, the complicated situations that he has to deal with in research and all of these things on top of the other interests that we share, whether that be Marvel or Lord of the Rings or Star Wars, whatever that is, we can have those discussions, but we can also have deeper dives into what are our goals and how are we going to accomplish them. So there's a famous quote that I fully subscribe to that really resonates with me by Jim Rohn. And it is, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." And I think that is so true. And as I've gotten older, there have been fewer and fewer people in my life that I really have time to spend with or that I really want to give my time to. And both Jed and Jordan are awesome people that I'm very happy to give my time to and excited to give my time to, because I feel like we both, look forward to those calls every week. So now I want to answer the question for you of how can you find an accountability partner? And there are a number of options. First off, I would encourage that you look at your friend group and think about anybody that would be a good accountability partner. And remember, when you're making the selection, that they should be focused on goals as well. They should be reliable, and above all, they need to be comfortable giving and receiving feedback. Now, that means that they need to be comfortable asking you a hard question if they need to, and they need to be comfortable being asked a hard question as well. It's really important that everybody be open and understand that this is all for the purpose of personal growth. Nothing is an attack. Nothing is personal. It's all about calling people out to make sure that they are pushed to be better. Now, if there's no one in your friend group that would be a good fit or is interested, think about what you want to accomplish and take a look at some related groups that are also similarly focused. Meetupcom is a great place to really start looking for groups that are focused on anything and everything. I mean, there are fitness groups on there. There are Dungeons and Dragons groups on there. There's the whole gamut. And there are all sorts of people that might have an interest in pursuing the things that you are. And then there's also the Facebook group for accountability partners for the Miracle Morning book. There's a community that has been built around that idea with that book. So when looking at potential accountability partners, just remember that they don't have to be focused on the same goals that you are. The key is to push each other to successfully meet your individual goals. Jed and I don't have the same goals. Jordan and I don't have the same goals. But what we do is hold each other accountable and push each other with support, new ideas, or those difficult questions to make sure that we're carrying through our end of the bargain. So the biggest recommendation for me when it comes to finding success with accountability partners, once you get one, is to stay consistent. It can be so easy to justify not having the call just because something came up. But if something comes up, move the call to another day or another time during the day. Consistency is really the key to success. So if you find an accountability partner, you stay consistent, you show up, and you hold each other accountable, I am positive that you will just crush the goals that you have. Come in with an open mind, have good conversation, and you guys are going to do awesome things. So what do you think? Any recommendations that I missed? Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe. Really, I just want to make sure that I'm passing you guys some valuable information and insight. So if there's anything I can do better, please feel free to let me know in the comments. All right, see you next time. Peace.